Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome, Earth sign friends. Welcome to my table. This is the Divine Phoenix Rising Tarot, and I'm Zachary. Thank you for joining me here. This is going to be your reading for all of November. So I decided to put I'm just going to get started on shuffling here. Decided to put the elemental signs together this month because I had a real crunchy week last week. My energy levels were suffering, and I just didn't want the read to suffer too by trying to just get through. Like, I love you guys too much to do that. So I'm going to do a bit of a Celtic cross for this one, but I'm going to do individual animal totems and energy and crossing energy for you guys before we get into the main read. So again, thank you guys so much for supporting me. I love you. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Those are all great ways to support me. And letting those ads run as well are a fantastic way to support me as well. Thank you so much for doing that. I know it's not always the most interesting to watch those ads, but it really does help me a lot. So thank you. We've got, so we're going to do Taurus, Virgo, and then Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So also, full disclosure, I'm going to get started shuffling on these two. I did just get news last night, not to go into too much detail, but ended up losing an individual that at one point in my life was extremely important to me and hadn't seen him for a while, but it was shocking news, and I'm definitely going through a process of grief here. I just wanted to explain, in case my energy does seem lower, that is why, or if I do randomly shed a tear, that is why. I did think about not reading, but after meditating with my team, the reality is that this means a great deal to me. And not that it's a distraction, but this work is important to me as well. And I don't feel like I need time to recuperate. It's something that's going to take time to work through, as all grief is. So just wanted you guys to know I am working through that right now. So thank you for being patient with me as that's going on. So Four of Pentacles and Knight of Swords for Taurus here. And then for Virgo, and we just got through, so I'll be posting this tonight. You guys will probably see it, most of you, tomorrow or beyond, but I'll be drawing for the winner of the free read as well tomorrow. So you'll get to see that. The Tower and Six of Cups, and you all got the Tower in your last reading too. I was telling the other signs that you guys had a Tower. Yeah, we'll talk about that, Virgo. This Tower does feel a little bit different than the last creative, chaotic one, but we'll chat about it. Because I'm Virgo rising, Virgo moon, and I mean, to be honest, it was a bit of a tower for me last night. Or in general, it is. Things did come crashing down. So maybe, and it was somebody from the past. So maybe that's what's going on with you guys too. Judgment and the Devil for Capricorn. Interesting. So to start here, your animal energy, Taurus, you got Grizzly Bear power. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. Yay! And you guys are persistent AF. Get it. So your energy starting the month here too is the Four of Pentacles. And Four of Pentacles talks about putting importance on your security or your stability here. This person is, and I'm getting it not in a way that's unhealthy or unbalanced. It's just you've got your mind on building security for yourself or maintaining it. I don't feel like there's a risk to it. It's just that's important to you. Having the Knight of Swords cross out as your crossing energy here, I feel like you're working very quickly towards some sort of goal. Like there's some of you are defending, like you're defending your security or stability here. I feel like whatever it is, you're not at risk of losing anything. Like, you're going to win, you're going to be successful in that, but that's what you're dealing with right now. It could be that maybe you had a major purchase, maybe there was just money going out for some reason, and so you're recuperating your coffers. Recoup coffers is what you're doing, is what I'm getting. Maybe you spent a lot of money, and so you're trying to very quickly get that paid back so that you can feel stable again. Totally makes sense. And Virgo here, you got the penguin. I'm Virgo too. Penguin's my favorite animal, guys. It's my favorite. And it's also authenticity, which is my favorite way of being. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face a storm. Okay. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations. Just be yourself. So, the Tower, and I'm feeling a little emotional right now, you guys. That sucks. But the Tower, this is upheaval. This is chaotic upheaval. This is something that usually it's like wild fanaticism or egoical fantasy coming crashing down, needing to come crash down. But it's not always something that you've done. Because a lot of the times it can be connected to not letting death come through naturally and resisting it and having a Tower moment come through. I do feel like that applies to some of you. And to others of you, I feel like it is just, like a connected wheel, turn of fate, so to speak. Something needed to be, what am I trying to say? Not everything is being cleared out of your life is because you've done something wrong. And I don't like the idea of right or wrong anyway. It's a very black and white way of thinking. And it is very destructive for everybody. So I feel like for most of you, this is a clearing. Something's being cleared out of your life for some reason. And it could be because you weren't clearing it before, or maybe it's because you're manifesting something new and those things needed to be removed in order for you to receive the things that are coming in manifestation. So Six of Cups here is going to be your nostalgia card. And it can symbolize like your childhood. It can be the inner child card too. What I'm feeling with this, whatever the Tower is that's coming in, is that there's going to be a need with the penguin here too. There's going to be a need to reach out. I'm sorry. Whatever's going to be happening here is going to make your child feel scared or unsafe. And you, as the parent who is reparenting that child, your responsibility is to make sure that you are reaching out and you are getting the things that you need to help yourself, but to also help that inner child. So for some of you, I feel like this is somebody from the past involving something coming crashing down. And for others of you, I feel like it is affecting your inner child so severely, like that safety and security. And for others of you, I feel like it's a little bit of both. Excuse me. Virgo rising, Virgo moon. So that's just like, it just hits home for me. Judgment here for Capricorn. So you have judgment crossed by the devil, and the devil is Capricorn's energy as well. So I feel like your own energy is being highlighted here. Like this is a power month for you, or a power move for you to make. The judgment is encouraging you to take a look at yourself and see if what it is that you're doing is what you want to be doing. Do you want to make some shifts in the way that you are presenting yourself or moving through this realm, with the lizard in regeneration, I feel like some of you aren't, maybe something's happened. What I'm getting is like for those of you this applies to, your tail got cut off maybe a minute ago and you haven't been allowing it to regenerate. What comes to mind for me is like the body knows how to heal. And a lot of the times we get in the way of that with our own emotional attachments, with our expectations, manifesting things against our own better judgment because we're not aware of what we're doing, or lost in emotional turmoil. What I'm getting from that is that, and that's kind of the energy of the devil too. Some of you have been getting in your way of allowing this process to happen, cutting away the rot, what isn't working anymore. Instead, maybe you're continuing to cut off your own tail. Maybe you burned it off in a fire and you never moved away from the fire to allow that tail to grow back, is what I'm getting. But I feel like it's being highlighted here that this is very important, very, very important for you this month to approach this. Whatever component about yourself that isn't in alignment with who you want to be or who you actually are. And I'm not talking about your personality, kind of like with the penguin, that authenticity, who you are as an energy, as a vibe, is really important this month to start releasing whatever I feel, that fire. If that fire is addiction, if that fire is, and whatever addiction, you guys, drugs, alcohol, being addicted to your own emotions, being addicted to being in a place of pain and refusing to move because that's all you've ever known or that's your comfort. I'm just getting that this is very important to get out of your own way right now, to allow this process to continue, to heal, to be able to regenerate. Okay, so I'm going to pull the main reading here. And forgive me if I do get emotional, you guys. Like I said, being Virgo, this does kind of apply to me in a heavy way, but especially having this as a group reading, my goodness. First time I've done this, but I do like it because it's cool to see the general energy, especially after last week where every one of you guys had the tower. I was like, seems like there's some consistent information that's coming through. So Spirit, what do we have for the earth signs for the month of November? I don't remember if I said this already, but I will be coming out with bonus readings for each of the signs individually here in the next couple weeks. And then weeklies will start here this week as well. Week. So, King of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Oh, excuse me. King of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, the Moon, Death and Rebirth, Six of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and the Hierophant. Wonderful, you guys. Wonderful already. I'm feeling very good, hopeful, very good about the outcome of what's going on for each of you guys, okay? And I'm just going to pull clarification right out the get-go. Maybe if I can shuffle. Try to save a little bit of time here. I love you guys so much. I just want you to know that. I really appreciate spending this time with you. I know, like, I'm staring at a camera right now, but those of you that do message and communicate with me, it really makes such a huge difference in my world. And I just want you to know that. I love you. So, Spirit, Justice, we're just going to clarify here. Oh, King of Pentacles. Okay. Seven of Swords, on Ace of Cups. King of Pentacles on the Moon. Okay. Two of Cups on Death and Rebirth. Yeah. The Sun on Six of Wands. Damn, you guys. Queen of Pentacles on Three of Swords. Knight of Wands with the Star. And then the Emperor on the Hierophant. Well, damn. I will take it. So, what is known here? To start off, the energy of the month, we've got the King of Pentacles and Justice. So what I'm getting from this is that there is a focus on, like with the King of Pentacles, there's a focus on building your wealth or your security or maintaining it. Like, not saying that maybe you're not in that place of being that wealthy individual, but that there's an importance to start focusing on that a bit more, putting some more energy towards that. Having the Justice attached to that too tells me balance. Like, there's a need for balance in your financial realm specifically is what I'm getting. And with your wolf partner. that there is, you're being, I mean, not being asked, you're being asked, but you already know this is what I'm getting. This is in the position of what you know. You know that there's a need to bring something into balance. Like Taurus, if it was you made a big purchase, you know that that needs to come back into balance anyway. Maybe you are an individual who has wealth to give and to share and be a leader in that way, and you're not. And you know you're feeling this drive to be more that way. You're being encouraged to be that way. With like with Capricorn here, you've got that interior, or that becoming yourself, overcoming whatever it is that's preventing you from growing that tail back. I feel like that is also impeding your ability to find that true abundance with your wealth too. If you're in a place where something isn't growing back, like that pain is superseding importance of even your finances. And then Virgo, the 6 of Cups with the Tower, I feel like this is something that, what comes to mind for me is maybe overspending to feel better because of whatever that Tower moment is for you guys. Be aware that, and not beware, but well, I guess that's what that word means. Beware. Be aware that this is, you already know this is important to you, and you're being encouraged through highlighting it here to pay attention to that. So what isn't known, or what may be hidden here, is the Ace of Cups and the 7 of Swords. So Ace of Cups is the card of, could be the start of a relationship, start of feelings, start of new emotions. 7 of Swords here is sneaky snake, sneaky betrayal. It can be only taking what you need. I feel like I want to clarify this. Like, I have part of a message, but I want some more info. Please, Spirit. This one right here. Okay, yep. Death. So what I'm getting for a couple different messages here. For some of you, there's the message here of needing to let something else completely go, and not, without respect or honor. Like, let's say it was an actual death in a family, or, death of your job, or death of a friendship. Honoring that and respecting that, but needing to allow that to flow through and pass on by before starting something new, or something is blocked here because of that energy. With the 7 of Swords in that, I do feel like that is, it's a betrayal to the self and not letting something flow naturally. And for others of you, I feel like this is in connection to that. I did want to pull a card from the Oracle here. I should have just did it. Okay, there we go. Manifestation. Okay. So part of manifestation, law of attraction, thoughts become things. Part of manifestation is the emotional component that needs to be in line in order to, clearly manifest what it is that you're wanting. That is what I'm getting from the Ace of Cups in this. Those of you that this applies to, you don't know that you aren't, like, you may be putting too much emotion into it, or you may not be putting enough emotion into it, is what I'm getting, or the emotion is clouded in some way. Taking just what you need is what I get. I feel like some of you are also maybe being a little greedy with something emotionally in connection to somebody else. Like, so, hey, we all need attention and connection, and it's totally fine to just say, hey, I need attention, hey, I just had my heart broken, or hey, there was this loss, or whatever, I have gas and it's painful, can you rub my tummy? It's okay to just be forthright about your needs. That's actually, being a very mature and healthy individual. When we start playing games of beating around the bush, or expecting other people to know what we need, then turning around and punishing them for it, is real dumb. But that's what I'm getting from that, is like to be honest about what your heart needs. And you don't know that you're having an issue with that. So those of you that this applies to, just speak your needs. If you need something from somebody, say that. They can always say they can't give that to you. That's their prerogative. That's their job. But just be clear about it. Don't play games, is what I'm getting. Because when you start playing games, your manifestation starts getting muddled too. So let that part of you die. Okay, that process or that way of being. Excuse me. So the moon, this is the energy coming into the situation, or what has preceded this. The moon and then King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles was this knowledge of needing to like pay attention to our finances, remember? So I'm getting from this that the moon card is an emotional card, but it's like the dark depths of our emotion, not a positive feeling on it. It's also got a component of going wild. So I feel like, kind of like with Taurus, I don't know if it's that you necessarily went wild, you know, maybe it was a smart purchase, but you're feeling like you need to get yourself back into balance. For others of you, us, there's this feeling of, like I said, you know, of like with Virgo, maybe purchasing, maybe you're trying to do some retail therapy to feel better about something, which is never going to solve, you know, whatever pain it is that you're in. I'm not against it. I love shopping. Don't get me wrong. But what it's telling me is that some of you went a little bit too crazy with the spending here. So there is a note in this month of a little bit of financial stress. I'm going to pull an oracle card on that one. Spirit. And some of you, I feel like it's like you don't know why you spent, is the thing. Evaluation. Feed out what doesn't serve you, reevaluate the situation. Which is why you're paying attention to that this month. You know that you did something. You're being asked to actually evaluate it too, like, so that you don't do it again. Because it sucks to get into, especially financial binds. You guys know that this applies to. It's one of the quickest ways to get depressed. And that makes it really difficult to handle anything. So what's coming soon, very soon, near future, you've got the Death and Rebirth card and then the Two of Cups. I feel like, I mean, Death and Rebirth is pretty, there's a transformation, there's a change that's coming. And for some of you, I feel like it's like the Two of Cups is it could be the start of a new relationship, business, friendship, but it's the start, being introduced to somebody. I feel like in letting something go, for those of you that this is a relationship that it applies to, letting something go from the past is going to allow this new energy to come in. That's the rebirth for you. Whatever opportunity it is, it could be a job, could be an actual romantic relationship. Maybe it's a relationship with yourself, like Capricorn. You're looking at your interior operation, your modal operandi, and by letting go of what isn't serving you, you're bringing in the opportunity to meet the new you. That makes sense? I love that. I think that's actually beautiful. I mean, death and rebirth. Death is really a beautiful energy, honestly. I know that a lot of people don't, especially when I first started reading tarot too, hated death, hated the tower, like just these extreme attachment of emotions on some of these cards. Like, I only want the star, I only want, you know, the sun, good things. But the truth is, we can't get to the sun until there is a death and rebirth. Like, the night needs to finish before the day comes, you know? And just getting to that point of accepting that everything is cyclical and there's a cycle to everything, it can be really difficult. I know it's been really difficult for me, and I'm still learning, but I feel like I'm getting better at it, because I am. That's why. especially, or speaking of getting better. So this is the way that you're viewing yourself this month, which is great, you guys, especially those of you that are struggling financially. Way to keep up the positive attitude. So the sun is your like ultimate happiness. This is your hell yeah, brah. This is everything that's warm, that brings you joy. The little child that's riding on the horse there. Horse is a horse, of course. This is what brings your truest nature joy. Having the Six of Wands here too, Six of Wands is success. Like success. It is a homecoming. In this deck specifically, it talks about being an influencer. So those of you that, and that could be like a, it could be a social media influencer. It could be you're an influencer at work, you're an influencer in your friend group, an influencer to somebody that you met randomly. It's just bringing a positive, I have mustache hairs that are tickling my nose. Sorry, guys. Bringing a positive influence to somebody through being you. So what I'm getting from this is that there's just there's a positive self-image for most of you this month. I do get for some of you that there is a need to get to this place, to start viewing yourself in a sunnier light. Turn your face towards the sun, let the shadows fall behind you. Because in that there is success. You will find that winning attitude that you're looking for. I want to get an oracle clarification on that real quick, please, Spirit. I want to know what you guys bought, Taurus. Rest, listen to your body, mentally and physically unwind. So for those of you that does apply to, if you're struggling with getting into this mindset, there's that encouragement to rest. And for those of you that are already in that mindset, there's that encouragement to rest. Because to maintain that kind of positive attitude as well takes making sure that your batteries are recharged. So just listen to your body. Give it what it needs on a day-to-day basis. This month, I feel like, especially with the financial component, whether it was you got yourself in trouble or you're just trying to replenish your savings, there's going to be a feeling of pressure and stress. So it's really important to take care of yourself daily. Make sure you have what you need. The way that others are viewing you or the situation this month that's going on, you've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. So Queen of Pentacles is an individual that is, it can be opulence. It can be, she's generous. She builds her kingdom or her queendom with the components that she wants to be there. She's a badass. The Three of Swords is heartache, heartbreak, loss, sorrow, stormy emotions. What I'm getting from this situation, especially since it's the Queen of Pentacles here, those of you that, what could have been overspending, it could have also been like a tax bill, you know what I mean? Something that you had to take care of, but like drained you is what was coming to me there. So for some of you, it could be that you overspent. Some of you, well, either way you overspent, there was a tax bill, there was a medical bill, there was a vet bill, something that's come through that drained you. And there is, there's heartbreak or there's loss associated with that sorrow of not having the same security that you had before. So what I'm getting from this is just your friends, your family are aware of the situation. This feels more like it applies to something that came out of nowhere. Maybe for more of you, that's what happened, because we all did have the tower last week too. And it was a creative force through destruction, through chaos, but that destruction could have been a lesson too. Maybe it was a financial thing that came through that really opened your eyes to the way that you do need to balance out your finances. I know losing money breaks my heart. But for others of you, I feel like it's connected to just losing something of value. Like your queen is something that nurtured you, something that provided a warm, loving energy of some sort. Could be a friend, could be a mother, could be a family, somebody at work, a pet. That's what there's just there's condolences here. Like people are wanting to nurture you for your loss. So take that as it resonates. I'm going to get some clarification. Okay. All right. Balance, juggling too many things at once, find time for yourself. So I do feel like a lot of you, it is surrounding finances in some way. Like there were other things of value that have been taken or that you were faced with having to release or give up. But I'm very much getting that, like your tax bill, your vet bill, someone from the past came back and said like, you know, you owe me this money, or loans are due again. I don't know, maybe it's student loans. I know those started again. Something like that. Okay. Take it as it resonates, you guys. Take it or leave it. So in your hopes and fears, you've got the Knight of Wands and then the Star. What I'm getting from this is, so Knight of Wands, this is going to be your hope, and the Star is fear. Well, not necessarily that. What I'm getting is that you are hoping to have the gumption, the energy to get back up on your horse again, to start over again in this way, to have the passion and fervor to see something through. And on the flip side of that, there's a fear that you don't or won't have that. And that could be in regards to, like, if you do need to work extra hard, maybe you need to start working for Uber Eats on the side to catch up on stuff, and you're worried about your energy levels. That makes sense. Taking a side job of some sort. The Star being involved here too, I feel like what this is encouragement of releasing those fears, okay? To trust that what you are putting out into the universe is what you'll receive. So not entirely like make a wish, but there's a note in here. So these 7 stars that are in the heavens there, that symbolizes our chakra system, our 7 chakras. Through meditation and through balancing those, all things are possible, is what it talks about. So maybe if there is a fear on that energy that's required, that passion, creativity that you need to explode onto the scene, whatever it is that you're needing to do here, meditate, which is always the response for me here. But get down, because it's moving up to meditation here is the outcome as well. Get balanced inside, because balancing inside, the whole point of the wish here, yeah, you're externally making a wish, but like I said, in what's unknown here too, you need your thoughts, you need your emotions, and you need gratitude, and you need to feel it as if it's already here. That's how you manifest. In order to get all those things in balance, you have to be in balance. So balancing your chakras is the best start to getting all of that in line and balancing that right away. So you're just being encouraged, and that's how you make the wish. Once you're in that alignment, what it is that you are manifesting and projecting will come true. Wish granted. Hope. That's where it comes from. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So where it leads as the outcome is the Hierophant and the Emperor. The Hierophant talks about structure. What I'm getting from this is the organization. You're going to learn what you needed to learn here. If it was finances that you messed up on, if like you overspent and needing to balance that out, or if you forgot about a bill, forgot that you owed somebody, whatever the situation was that came through, even if it was a surprise bill on something, maybe the structure that you're learning here in balancing is that I need to have savings, or I need to buy pet insurance, or what have you. But there's also, especially being this card with the Hierophant, this one always reminds me of meditation. Dovetailing off of your hopes and fears here, the answer to a lot of what you're going through right now is finding that balance inside. And having the Emperor clarifying that, what that tells me is that you are the one who will be in control. You're going to control your dominion here. You are getting to a point this month of finding that success and control. Whether it is the savings, the insurance, just not overspending, being a bit more pragmatic about the way that you're doing things, there is success over that. Let's see. I do want to pull one oracle card on that. Okay. Declutter, let go of old items, create new sacred space for yourself. So that is in line with the meditation component for me. You are being encouraged to let go of old items, but it's not always like items. Let go of old ways of doing things. Let go of what isn't working for you anymore. But creating a sacred space is really important. Have a space where you go to meditate. You don't want that to be cluttered. You don't want it to be full of items that have, you know, bad connotations or memories either. You don't want to have those items in your house. I don't know why you have those. Let those go. But I don't know. Sometimes that happens. Like I still have things like that too. I get it. Humans are weird. I'm going to pull an oracle card here for your final message wrap up of the month. And this is the Starseed Oracle. I did this on my first monthly read. I love these cards. They really are fantastic. So Spirit, what do we have for the earth signs for the month of November? Karmic relationships. Of course you do. Of course. Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. So I'm going to read this here to you real quick. I can remember how to spell. Oh, I've opened right to it. That's why. Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. The constellation Orion is thought by many to have been a place of great polarity and eventual unity. Some believe that many starseeds who are part of the cosmic history are incarnate on Earth now and are playing out karmic relationships from Orion times. A lot of people, so Orion is the center star in the belt of Orion. And a lot of people have a congruency where they feel a sense of home when they look at that. I always look for Orion. Like, that is my favorite constellation. I've never been able to explain why, but there's a large portion of the population that also feel that way. Just a sidebar there. Perhaps you're one of them. There you go. Polarity causes conflict and highlights separation. However, because of this, conflict can also result in unity and growth. Too many misunderstandings are caused when we don't open our heart and mind and see things from a different point of view. When we go into reactive second-guessing mode instead of gathering the courage to open our heart, we should admit that we may have reacted because of our own woundings and then find mutual ground, which could be applying to what isn't known here too with the Ace of Cups is literally your own heart, which I was kind of touching on. We're all innocent children looking to be seen, understood, and cherished. It's much harder to grow closer through conflict than it is to grow further apart. And yet that's the invitation of conflict. It's easy to react and take things personally. It's more challenging to see the innocence of all involved and find a way to grow closer through the conflict. It's through relationships that we grow the most. How can you soften your heart and drop your defenses enough to see things from a different point of view? How can you see the innocence of all involved? How can you learn to see the similarities rather than the differences? Which relationships do you find the most challenging? How can you see things from a different perspective? How are you being called to allow growth through conflict? So, and that's, I mean, conflict was a big topic of this entire reading. So I love you, Earth signs. Thank you so much for joining me here for this reading. I know you got this month. You can, I mean, you'll be successful. I know it. So I love you so much. Thank you for joining me here. I'll see you for the weekly reads here soon. Bye.